This is the start of my winter biannual bibliothon vlog. It's actually a few days before that. It starts on Saturday. Today is actually Wednesday night. We are going out of town for the weekend. We did have a death in the family, so we are traveling to Virginia to see family, go to the funeral, all of that. So right now I am getting together everything, like suitcase and all of that, but because the winter biannual bibliothon starts while we're there, I wanted to make sure to pack the books on my TBR, but I don't want to take all of them because that's unnecessary. There's no way I'm going to get to those. So I'm taking The English Wife, even though this does not fit in any of the challenges. I am about 65% through this, so I might finish this before the read-a-thon starts. If not, this is going to be what I read first and finish it, even though it doesn't meet any challenges. And then the other books that I have, so the first challenge is to read the group book, which is Otherworld, and while I'm interested in that book, I don't own it. And as you probably know, I'm doing Bookopoly, and so I'm not going to buy a book just for a read-a-thon, because then that's the only book that I can buy this month. And actually, technically, it would put me over because I did get my book bath box today, so that counts as my book that I can purchase for the month. So the next one is to read a sequel. I have customary read-a-thon material. The next one in the Animorph series, I'm definitely going to take this one with me because obviously it's really short. So I probably will get to that one while we're away. The next challenge is to read a book you've never heard of before. I picked this one, which is The Little Bookshop of Big Stone Gap. This is a book that I just found in the nonfiction section at McKay's. So after watching Doris's video, I'm not sure which one it was, but one where she was talking about how she was looking for nonfiction at the used bookstore, I went to our nonfiction section and looked around and I found this and was very excited about it. I might take this one because it's nonfiction. I think I could dip in and out of it. I don't know. This one's up in the air. It is paperback, so there is that. The next one is a book about mental illness, The Language of Miracles. I want to say it talked about, somewhere in the blurb on Goodreads, I saw that this had something to do with mental illness, and I've had this book on my shelf for years, so I want to get to this. I don't think I'm going to bring this one with me just because it is a hardback. I'm already bringing one hardback, so this one's probably going to stay home. I am off the Monday and Tuesday after we get back, so I'm going to do a lot of reading then. The next one is a book that was mentioned in another book, movie, or show. I picked Robinson Crusoe because it was mentioned actually in The English Wife, and so that's the one that I'm going with for that. This is the one I think I'm least likely to get to because it doesn't even have chapter breaks. It's just one long, crazy book. Please look at this cat. Simon, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Forever cat antics. Anyways, this is getting super long. The next one is going to be a book under 200 pages. I'm definitely bringing The Best Polish Restaurant in Buffalo because I really want to read this. So this is definitely going to get packed. And then the last one is a backlisted book, and I am choosing The Two Family House. This was published in 2016, so not super backlist, but the requirement was just that it was published before 2017. So I'm going with this one. I have the audiobook of it, so I'm probably going to listen to this a little bit in the car on the way up there, which is why I picked this. And I'm so extra sometimes. I got the hardcover or the physical book from the library because I want to move bookmark and count pages and be able to kind of see where I am. I do that with audiobooks, forgive me. But yes, so this is going to be the backlist book. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to take Two Family House, Animorphs, and The Best Polish Sausage in Buffalo, as well as obviously The English Wife. And then these three will get left behind. to consider reading when I get back. So yes, that's where I'm at. And yeah, let's get this vlog started. Good morning. So today is day 1 of the Biannual Bibliothon. You will have just seen my TBR. And I have actually made some progress in these before the read-a-thon started. I listened to the 2 Family Home in the car on the way up here and got about a quarter of the way in it. I really am enjoying this. This is just a really fun, interesting, I wouldn't say fun, that's probably not the best word. It's a very interesting family saga. I'm still reading on The English Wife. I have less than 100 pages left, so this is definitely gonna be the first thing I finish. It doesn't meet any of the challenges, so there's that, but I was already reading this and I want to finish it, so that's definitely gonna happen. And then I will probably pick up either the Animorphs book that I brought, probably the Animorphs book, or the Best Polish Sausage in Buffalo. I have quite the blemish coming up right there. I'm gonna go back to reading while I have a little bit of time and try to get closer to being done with The English Wife. I may or may not have spoiled it for myself because I got antsy and I was flipping pages through and I think I saw what happens, but we'll see. And I've read, well, no, I've read some pages. I was about to say I've read 0 pages, but that's a lie. We're getting ready to head out the door. Settled in, trying real hard to finish this because it's getting really good, so there's that. I also have Valentine's candy because delicious, and I finished a cup of herbal tea. It was the Mighty Leaf something African nectar rooibos. I don't know. It was really good. I'm just gonna settle in. I'm going to try. My expectation is that I will finish this before I go to bed because there's not that much left and it's getting really good. But we shall see. Day 2. I finished The English Wife last night. It was really good. I did in fact spoil it a little bit for myself, which sucks because I think I might have ruined the reading experience a little bit, but I still thought it was 4 stars. It was probably, in my opinion, one of Lauren Willig's weaker books, but I still really like the characters and everything, so I'm glad that I read it. And again, thank you to St. Martin's Press for sending that to me. I always enjoy getting books from them because I never realized how many St. Martin's Press books I read. Actually, 2 of my TBR are from them. But anyways, I'm gonna be starting this one probably when I get home, but I'll be listening to my audiobook of The 2 Family House on the way home. But we have a long drive ahead of us, and sadly, I cannot read in cars. So I've started reading this and I'm really liking it. It's super well written. I'm very excited to continue on with it. Also, we're in the car, and before we left we went to the Kloschke factory, which is fitting, and the whole car smells like them. They're so delicious. Like, look at that. So good. There were savory ones. One of them was sausage and gravy, which was really good. And then there were the sweet ones. So these are cream cheese, and that's lemon, and I don't remember what that one is. Maybe peach. We didn't get the apricot one, and they didn't have fig, which the fig ones are my favorite. And then that one is bacon and cheese. And and that one's sausage and cheese. They're all very good, but they smell amazing. And I just felt like that was really fitting to the fact that I'm reading this book. What is happening? Why are there, oh my gosh, why are there colored lights? This is so extra. We're finally home. You probably hear the cat scurrying around. He was very happy we were home. I have to go put money in my Bookopoly jar, okay, so I haven't showed you guys this yet, but this is my Bookopoly bank, which is, oh, this is precarious. Basically, my husband went to Hobby Lobby and bought this pineapple thing I kept wanting, but he kept telling me that we had no place for it. And then he took his Dremel and he cut a slot in it, so it's now a breakable bank. So when Bookopoly is done, I can just break it open. So yes, I get to put $1 in there, and I have quarters to do that. Since I did finish historical fiction, so that's going in there. Obviously, because I'm participating in Biannual Bibliothon, I will get to put $2 in there for Railroad, and then hopefully, well, I don't have a whole lot of faith in me finishing all the challenges. Come on, Simon. But if I do, then I get to put $5 in there. We'll see. Oh, it feels so nice to have an entire day at home by myself. Like, my husband is in Nashville for work. I think I laid on the remote because the bed's going down. What is happening? No. Hold on. I gotta go back up. This is weird. Okay, so I have today and tomorrow completely off from work. Tomorrow I actually have to run some errands and stuff, but today I have nothing that has to be done, and well, I have to cook some food because I signed up for Sunbasket, and then it was supposed to come on Wednesday before we left, and it came on Thursday. So I didn't have a chance to cook any of it, so I'm gonna do that today so that I have meals for the rest of the week. So I'll show you some of that, just in case if some of you have never seen those like meal delivery services. They're fun. But anyways, and I'll link it down below. Oh, I lost my remote and the code for it and all of that, just in case you are interested, because I think you get a discount. I don't know. I got a discount on the first order. I don't remember how I did that, but it made it really cheap, so that's why I did it. But yeah, that's really the only thing I have to do today. Simon is in rare form. So I'm going to try to finish this today, which has been really interesting. And then I'm going to do, like I've done before, cleaning and reading sprints. And so I will listen to the Two Family Home while I'm doing that, which somebody said get your tissues ready, and I totally get why, because there was one part in the middle and I'm like driving and Justin's reading Ship of Destiny, I think, and I was listening to the Two Family Home and I got really like choked up about something, and I was like, oh god, we're not even towards the end of the book, so this is already kind of breaking my heart. But it's really good. It's really well written, so yes. Justin has been reading, so he just finished the Live Ship Traders trilogy, and some of you will appreciate that I was just like staring at him the whole time, because I'm like, when's he gonna figure it out? When's he gonna figure it out? Because there's like a big reveal in there. It's not necessarily a reveal, but there's a thing that you have to put the pieces together and figure out on your own. She doesn't actually explicitly say it. Sam, I know that you know what I'm talking about because I sent you a Voxer message when I figured it out. And it took him way longer than me to figure it out, which shocked me because of some of the things he had said earlier. And apparently he was just like really focused on one school of thought regarding this particular spoiler that I can't talk about. And yeah, it was just really funny because when he finished the book, he turned and looked at me and he said the thing, and I was like, thank God, I didn't want to have to explain to you why this was the case, because I was like, I was gonna have to tell him, because otherwise it was just gonna be like not make sense. So yes, that was kind of hilarious. Anyways, I'm going to go make tea. I think I'm gonna make a pumpkin spice. No, not that either. Oh my god, my brain is so broken. Yesterday was so long. A gingerbread spiced chai, which now I want to order the stash one offline.
All right, so here is the Sunbasket box. My dad just brought it over. It was in their fridge while we were away, but it comes packed up really nicely, and everything is in here. Again, it's been a couple of days, so some of the vegetables may look a little dicey, but yeah, let me get it all out and I'll show you. So the cat's really interested in the food, which is a little gross, so sorry about that. That's the way we live. But there is chicken and fish. This goes with something, but they all say on the bag what the recipe is. And then each bag has the ingredients that you need for the recipe. So I'm gonna put it all in the fridge, but I'm gonna cook this later so you'll get to see it a little bit better. All right, God, my hair looks crazy. I'm gonna read for about half an hour in this, and then I'm gonna start cooking the stuff for my Sunbasket. I also have that pile of adorable. Pretty sure the whole time we were gone, he just slept all over everything. Aren't we comfortable? Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one, which is braised chickpeas and carrots with quinoa and yogurt. So that's what it looks like. There's all the ingredients. One thing I will say is this is a lot of packaging for this situation. So that's one downside. The cilantro did not survive very well over the weekend, but that's not their fault. That's just because of the circumstances of us going out of town. But I'm gonna make this one first, and then I will probably make the fish for dinner and then make the chicken tomorrow. So the carrots and the onions are going in here. I have the quinoa. That should be done pretty soon. Getting ready to put in the chickpeas and this little thing of seasoning. And then the tomatoes. And then the last thing, oh, and raisins. And then the last thing will be the yogurt. Not too bad. We'll see how it tastes. And the verdict is that was delicious. I'm a big fan of that meal in particular. Like it was sort of like a chana masala, which I make all the time, but it had like a yogurt sauce on top of it, which I never thought to do, which is literally just yogurt, olive oil, and pepper, and then it had almonds sprinkled on top of it, and it gave it like a different, like that sour flavor, but also it had like a crunch from the almonds. It was just really good. So I have 2 portions of that to eat later in the week, which I'm very excited about. Again, if you're interested at all in this, I will go ahead and link it down below. I think it's $40 off your first order, which is about what I got. So it was a good deal, and even if you only use it once, it's still like $30 for like 3 meals for 2 people. So that's not too bad. And I've been enjoying it so far. I will be making another one later on tonight for dinner, just because I need to go ahead and make them. I also forgot to skip this week because I was like, okay, well, I'm making these so much later that I should just skip this week and get one the week after or something like that. And I forgot. And so then I got the notification that it had been finalized on Thursday, and I was like, well, crap. But yeah, I don't remember what I picked for next week. Anyways, so now back to actually reading. I've been doing a pretty good job. I didn't listen to my audiobook at all, just because I was enjoying cooking and I didn't really want to listen to it at that time. So, yeah, I am going to get back to reading now and read a little bit more in the best Polish restaurant in Buffalo, and hopefully get about halfway through this, if not finish this today. Can't really tell, but it's raining. You can tell it's a little dreary, but it's the perfect day to be at home instead of at work. I love my life choices right now, and I'm happy to be at home with a book. And I think I'm gonna make some tea now and just settle in, read a little bit. I need to do some cleaning sprints, but I'm feeling a little unmotivated, per usual. Well, my productivity for the day went when I found all of the small booktuber videos, because of all this
YouTube partnership garbage that happened, but there's been some really great videos talking about new booktuber, or, well, not necessarily new, but booktubers with smaller followings, and I went into a vortex of watching and subscribing to people, so there is that. I'm gonna probably work on some videos tomorrow. So that's one of the ones I want to do, is talking about small booktubers and all of that. So I'm gonna do that. But now it is somehow already 5 o'clock and I'm gonna have to cook dinner. So time to make dinner.
All right, this one's nowhere near as pretty, but it is the Soul in Parchment with warm dates and apricots, and it's pretty tasty. I had my doubts on this one, but I like how it turned out.
I am now over halfway through with this, and I'm really enjoying it. This is a really good read. I may put it down for a few minutes to an hour and read some Animorphs, because I'm kind of feeling the science fiction vibe. I was gonna get up, but then I'm gonna have to walk all the way through the house to get it. I actually might start reading, once I finish this, the new book that came in my book bath box, which I have not unboxed yet, because guys, I'm so in a booktube filming slump, so I need to get that together. But that book sounds really interesting, and the cover's gorgeous, and I'm just for some reason really into science fiction-y type things right now, so I may go on and read that after I read this, which again, not on my TBR, fits 0 challenges, so it is what it is. Mostly the point of me participating in any read-a-thon is to push myself to read more. Now, obviously, I pick out books that coordinate with the challenges, but if I don't read the books that coordinate with the challenges, it's not that big of a deal. So I just want to try to read more, and I'm going to count it a success if I finish, you know, a couple of things throughout the week. And at this rate, it seems like I may be able to finish 3 books, possibly 4, depending on if I do pick up that Animorphs book. So yeah. Well, now isn't this rare? Simon is voluntarily sitting on my lap. This never happens. So I was going to take a bath, but I have the world's clingiest cat. We were gone for 4 days, and now he's like glued to me all day. All day, glued to me. What a silly floof. And this is really good. There have been some like really good quotes. So this one in particular, this paragraph right here, is just like, yep, speaking the truth. I put it on my Instagram stories because I just can't. Pile of books. I'm almost done with this. That sounded like that was the cat. I might start this one, and I've already started this one. It's interesting. And then this one is my audiobook, so I'm not gonna read any of that tonight, but I'll be listening to this in the car tomorrow as I go run a bunch of errands, so I should get a good chunk of that done. And then there's definitely the amount that's left I'll be able to listen to on my commute to and from work through the rest of the week. So this one I will definitely finish this week during the read-a-thon. This one maybe, this one just if it strikes my fancy, and then we are going to tuck in and finish this right now. So I finished The Best Polish Restaurant in Buffalo, and it was so good. I would definitely recommend that one. I liked it a lot. Now it is almost 11 o'clock. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I think I said that before. I took Monday and Tuesday off, so tomorrow I do have a lot of errands to run, so I'm probably not going to get as much reading done tomorrow as I did today. But pretty satisfied with the start to this readathon. I finished The English Wife, and then I started and finished The Best Polish Restaurant in Buffalo, so 2 books down. This is probably what I'm going to read next. Because I'm just intrigued. But now I'm probably actually going to go to sleep now. Maybe watch a few YouTube videos before I fall asleep. But I am pretty tired. I've been up since 7:30, so